Deliciously with Ara. Ngayon, magluluto tayo ng kimchi fried rice or kimchi 볶음밥. 어떻게 먹어야 돼? 잠깐만요. 다시 한번 할게요. 진짜 맛있어. 근데 너무 뜨거워. So for our ingredients today, I prepared good for 3 na katao. So if you have to prepare more or less, i-ratio na lang natin na accordingly. We first need, of course, our white rice. The best rice to use is yung medyo malamig na kanin. So if you have fresh batch of bagong saing na kanin, palamigin nyo muna in a big plate. Kasi if we use a hot steamed rice, when we stir fry mamaya, baka medyo magiging soggy siya. Di ba like, fried rice, we always use yung medyo malamig na kanin or yung niluto na natin yung ahead of time. That's the best rice to use. So 3 servings of white rice. And we also have kimchi, which is the most important ingredient. For me, I prepared around 600 grams, so around 200 grams each, but you can have more or less accordingly. And for kimchi, kailangan gumamit tayo ng medyo maasim or fermented na. Yung bagong gawa na fresh batch of kimchi, it's not really suitable for kimchi fried rice kasi iba yung flavor ng fermented tsaka sa new. So the best kimchi to use is yung medyo maasim-asim na. And next we need is our bacon. You can substitute with ham or any kinds of meat like sausage or whatever you have in the house, even ground pork or even sometimes they use tuna. Whatever your preference is, pwede nyo kayo maging creative and resourceful na lang. So I have around 150 grams, actually 300 grams of bacon. You can add more or less, whatever you want. If you want more, then go ahead. If you don't want it, then bawas na lang. And we need leeks. Actually, the very essence of as the secret ingredient sa ating kimchi fried rice to make it another parang leveled up na hindi siya parang ordinary kimchi fried rice is this leeks. So ito ay isang buong leeks. If you want to have more leeks, mas masarap, it's okay. So isang buong leeks, hinati ko lang siya like this. So we need around 1 buong leeks. Mamaya, i-chop-chop natin ng maliliit. And we have soy sauce for our seasoning. Konting chili powder, around 2 tablespoons we need. But actually, ang soy sauce chili powder, it depends sa lasa ng kimchi ninyo. Because kimchi has like different ang taong gumagawa, different brands, different ang taste level ng alat at ang tamis ang na meron siya. So if you want your kimchi fried rice to be saltier or mas spicy, we can adjust accordingly using our chili powder. And we also need a little bit of sugar and some sesame oil if you have, around 2 tablespoons, and some sesame seeds mamaya for our topping. And dahil gagawa tayo ng dalawang klase ng pag-serve ng kimchi fried rice, one is the very basic and another one is a konting pinaartehan, which they call it as like a UFO kimchi fried rice or volcanic kimchi fried rice sa iba. It really depends. I'm gonna make 2 versions. For that, we need eggs, around 3 pieces, 3 to 4, whatever you have in the house, around 3. Isang siguro egg per person ang aking allocation. And I wanted to have some cheese, mozzarella or cheddar, or whatever cheese that you have in the house. Some kimchaban, or this is parang roasted na seaweeds for our toppings later on. So ngayon, we will prepare our ingredients. So unang-una, we'll cut our kimchi. We need a very small cuts ang ating kimchi kasi sometimes it comes as buong pechay or sometimes naka-slice na. Either way, kailangan po natin i-chop. If we use our chopping board and knife, which is the best method actually to use, kasi yung sauce ng kimchi magsasink in sa ating mga chopping boards, it's hard to remove the stains. So what I've thought about another method na siguro medyo simplified without having to stain our chopping board is to just use our scissors in a big mixing bowl like this. So medyo matagal ang trabaho but it saves us from cleaning, di ba? So kunin natin yung buong ating kimchi. So you can have more if you want, and you can have less kung ayaw nyo ng masyadong maraming pechay. But, it's good to have enough generous servings. So, parang ganito na lang natin sa chopping board. Diba? Tipid pa tayo sa paghugas. So kung ganito ng kaliliit ang ating kimchi, we can already actually stop. And yung amount ng kimchi, it's really up to you if you want to have more or less. Basta, wag natin kailangan balawan ang ating kimchi. Basta, hindi lang natin isama yung parang sauce ng kimchi mamaya. Because, pag i-stir fry natin at may kasama siyang sauce at saka yung kanin, magiging masyadong mushy ang dating niya. So, this is our kimchi ready. And we'll cut our bacon. So, I have here yung bacon strips. Pero kung ayaw niyo ng bacon or gusto niyo ng ibang klase ng meat, you can always substitute it. I-cut ko lang talaga siya ng maliliit din para lumabas, magiging crunchy medyo mamaya and toasted konti ng ating mga bacon. So ngayon, maghahati tayo ng ating leeks. Ang kailangan na cut is maliliit lang because later on, we will stir fry it here. Hindi dapat maging obvious na may leeks ang ating kimchi fried rice kasi ito ay nagbibigay ng parang secret layer of flavor na nabu-boost up sa compare sa ibang kimchi fried rice. So we'll make it very small. So complete na ang ating paghiwa. Diretso ko na siya sa ating pot na ating kaldero. There we have it. And this simple, we can already cook our kimchi fried rice. So bago ko buksan ang fire ng aking wok, we'll first put our oil. The reason being is because gusto ko mamaya lumabas yung parang flavor fully ng ating leeks. At kung medyo mainit na yung pot, mag-start na siya masunog, magbo-burn, and baka hindi lumabas hindi mag-melt ang kanyang flavor. So I'll first put our leeks and our oil, and then buksan ko yung aking fire. Tapos stir fry na natin. Kanina nag-drizzle ako ng konting mantika, but dahil gusto ko mag-melt down yung lasa ng leeks, magdagdag tayo siguro ng 2 tablespoon pa ng oil. Yeah. So, around like this, medyo magbabad ang leeks sa oil, and then i-fry lang natin siya. Tapos pag lumambot na yung ating leeks, mag-add ako ng ating bacon. Ngayon, bacon plus leeks plus yung oil, yung flavor niya, it will really boost up our kimchi fried rice na hindi mahalata ng mga tao. Ano ba yung mga meron kayo nilagay na napakasarap? So this is the secret of it. So if nakikita na natin na medyo nag-melt down na yung taba ng bacon and I can smell already the aroma, mag-a-add tayo ng sugar. So I have here around siguro 1/2 tablespoon. And then, i-caramelize ko ng ating sugar ng konti. So, medyo nag-caramelize ng ating sugar, nag-melt down na siya. And you can see na yung texture niya parang nagiging medyo gluey ng konti. We'll add our soy sauce. Around 4 tablespoons. Actually, 6 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons kada serving ang aking ratio. But you can, of course, alter it depending on the taste buds of you have. Ngayon, what we want to do with the soy sauce is I want to parang burn the soy sauce and yung smell niya ang gusto kong kunin. So, on the pan, sa mga mainit na part, I'll add 6 tablespoons surrounding it. And then, iwan lang natin siya. Huwag natin muna siya galawin hanggang medyo makita natin na nagbabubble lahat ng ating soy sauce. So, as we see na nagbabubble ang ating soy sauce, this is what I want to have. Yung parang amoy ng parang burnt soy sauce ng konti. So, we'll just put it around our pan. Kasi gusto ko mag-sizzle ang ating toyo. There, as we see na medyo parang nagka-caramelize and natutuyo konti ang ating soy sauce. We'll mix it up. And then, we'll add our chili powder. It really depends kung maanghang or hindi maanghang ang inyong gusto, but around 2 tablespoons. But of course, you can really adjust. So, 2 tablespoons. And then, we'll mix it up. Be careful when you put chili powder kasi madali talaga siya masunog. So, kailangan haluin na haluin. And then, once nag-mix up na, we'll add our kimchi na kanina na slice natin na maliliit. So haluin lang natin ang ating kimchi until it's cooked. And alam natin na magiging cooked siya if yung stem part niya, magiging parang ganito yung color, magiging parang white na siya. And this is also the part where we taste it para adjust natin ang flavor niya. So kuha tayo ng konti. And kung gusto nyo na mas maalat or salty or spicier, this is the time you adjust your flavor. But for me, this is perfect. And papatayin ka muna yung fire. Ngayon, dalhin ko siya here sa harap ko para haluin ko yung rice. The reason na ba hindi ko siya hinahalo habang nasa fire is because kailangan na talaga fully ma-mix yung rice and kimchi. Madali talaga siya masunog. And we don't want to have that kind of texture, di ba? So, dito tayo maghalo ng rice. Ngayon na medyo luto na. So, we'll put our rice. This is around 3 servings of white rice. And then, haluin lang natin hanggang mag-blend sila lahat. Mag-mix up silang lahat. Ngayon, kailangan natin haluin hanggang mag-coat lahat ng ating bigas, ng ating rice with kimchi. And also another reason ba't dito ko siya hinalo, hindi sa fire, is because ayoko na mag-add pa ng oil. And di ba, as you have probably experienced cooking other fried rice, sometimes di ba ang hirap i-loosen up ang ating fried rice. Ang ginagawa natin is sometimes we add more oil. And ayoko na mag-add pa ng oil dahil gusto ko na mas healthier version and mas madali, di ba? So, I think our rice is fully coated with kimchi. So, lahat ay reddish na. We'll bring this back on fire and do our last stir fry. So, do you hear yung sizzling sound? Then it means that our kimchi fried rice is already good to serve. So, ngayon, haluin lang natin ng konti. And we'll just turn off the fire. So this is already good to serve or good to be eaten already as is. So our kimchi fried rice is good to be served as is, but I'll just show you another way that how we eat it traditionally. First, of course, kimchi fried rice is best eaten with fried egg. So mag-fry tayo ng isang itlog just to do our plating. So pag mainit na yung ating frying pan, we'll just drizzle it with oil. And then we'll put in a bowl para mas maganda. Tingnan, just put like 1 serving. Kuha tayo ng ating serving bowl, serving plate. And then we'll add our egg. Ating piniritong itlog there on the top. And then we'll just top it with our kimchaban or fried nori. And a little bit of our sesame oil. So this is a very basic way to eat our kimchi bokkeumbap with our egg. And I'll show you naman isa pang paraan how to upgrade it in a restaurant style. And this is another way to eat our kimchi bokkeumbap na parang mas social ang dating. We'll first need to break our egg, around 2 to 3. So if I have around 2 large, and then konting asin, just to taste, and then just scramble lang natin. And then kuha tayo ng konting kimchi bokkeumbap or kimchi fried rice na ginawa para ilagay ko sa gitna ng ating pan. And then like this, sa gitna. Balik tayo na natin. Ilalagay ko ang ating scrambled na egg sa gilid niya. And meron tayong kanina hinanda mozzarella cheese. Isa-topping ko lang natin sa side. So this is another way to upgrade our kimchi fried rice. And then buksan natin ang ating fire sa medium. Tapos takpan natin ang ating pan just to cook the egg and the cheese. At hintayin natin siya maluto. So I can see na nagluto na yung ating egg. Tada! So this is our special kimchi fried rice with egg and cheese. I'll just top it with konting leeks para pa ikarang konting color. and our sesame seed. So you can have it two ways, whether just a plain fried egg or a little bit of special, just with a little bit of cheese. And I'll just drizzle konting sesame oil sa taas niya. So this is our kimchi fried rice two ways. 어떻게 먹어야 돼? 잠깐만요. 다시 한번 할게요. 진짜 맛있어. 근데 너무 뜨거워. So tikman ko.
What?
Mainit but masarap. 다시 해요. 입 될 것 같아. 진짜 맛있어요. 와. Try. 막 맛있다고 얘기하고 먹어야 돼. 홍보 좀 해주세요.
네?
홍보.
알았어요. 한국 사람이라 가지고 저는
좀 얘기하지 마.
사람이 없어가지고.